From cold and rainy Indianapolis, we head south to Florida Sports Park in Naples, where the jamboree action is as hot as the weather. Scott Lane, the near lane. It would be a bad lane for Scott and Silent Rage. Well, he gets in trouble as he turns it over, but the safety crew is right there. He climbs out. Scott was okay. Now he is in trouble right off the bat. He gets in somebody else's rut, pitches off to the right. He overcorrects when he comes out of the pit. That right rear tucks over and sends him upside down. Now you can see the throttle is being winged right there. The rear wheels are still turning. Now it's difficult enough to come out of the pit straight and go from the soft mud to the harder ground. But he comes out sideways, and right there is where he gets in trouble. The car rolls on over, and notice the throttle, inadvertently nailing the hammer. And I can tell you he was juiced up with adrenaline. He's okay. The car's not badly damaged, and the first guy up to him is our Army Armstrong.
Tom,
let me grab you real quick. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just fine. It was kind of a ride, but we're going to try and make her again here in a minute.
What caused it to go?
When I shifted, I kind of went sideways and didn't let out of it.
Well, now Mike Posina in the Racemasters chassis rear engine rail is about to set a new record for 140 feet, and he'll do it with a flourish. Now watch him in the far lane. He tries to avoid the junk cars, turns to his right. That's when the rail starts to barrel roll. In fact, barrel rolls across the top of the junk cars. He's just been notified he set the record. He's ecstatic, but watch again. He is headed for these crushed cars at maybe 80 or 85 miles an hour. It's the lesser of two evils. He turns sharply to the right to avoid hitting the cars head on and starts barrel rolling. Well, maybe it's a good trade-off. A crashed car for a new world record. One more look from behind the starting line. A short, shut-down area. Again, it's very wet down there, and he cranks it hard to the right, just like a sprint car tucking the left rear and going side for side. You think there may be some bittersweet emotions? Army Armstrong talked to Mike.
Mike, I know the safety crew's talking to you. Let me grab you real quick. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm just so happy. We've been working so long and hard trying to get this car running and proving to everybody we can do it. I'm just so happy. I ain't even worried about flipping the car now. We just set a new record. I can't ask for any more.
I'll tell you what, the crowd loves you. We're going to let you get out of here. I'm glad you're all right, but I think your actions, your crew members' actions say it all. It's a great to be number one.
Yep, it sure is. Thanks, Army.
Pushing it to the limit, that's that shake, battle, and roll spirit, and look at the enthusiasm with the crew. To heck with the crash race cars, we've got a record. Well, next, a less joyful ride, courtesy of Wayne Sposanek in Tropical Thunder. Wayne out of Jupiter, Florida, wanted to show off for the home state folks, but this is not exactly what he had in mind of showing off. Takes out the fence and pretty well destroys Tropical Thunder. Well, there's a look at Wayne in the cockpit. The cockpit is intact. Now, sometimes monster truck racing can be a slugfest. In this case, we'll call it a chain link TKO. Now notice that he is not straight when he hits that second ramp. There's no margin for error here at Florida Sports Park. He comes down hard on the right corner, shears off that right front, and then does a nose stand. If this were ballet class, we'd call this a pirouette. Not a position you want to be in when you're strapped in a 5-ton racing truck. And finally, after the long nose stand, the truck falls over, takes out the fence, but see, the cockpit is intact. Wayne starts to take inventory. He's okay, but not so for the truck. Now, this is where they race the swamp buggies, and right here on the second set of cars is where the sippy hole is. And that is the area that sank Wayne Sposanek. There for a moment, it looked like he had the measure of Bigfoot until he got crossed up in no man's land. The long nose stand, and there goes the outside chain link fence. But as always, Army Armstrong was there to talk to Wayne Sposanek.
What caused it to bounce like that?
I don't really know. I stayed in the throttle. have made good runs in qualifying and never hooked at all. I don't know if possibly not a broken axle in the air. I don't know.
Well, if you're going to do something like this, it's tough to have it happen, but half of this crowd are your neighbors and everything. I'm glad you're okay. Another time, another day.
Yeah, it's a bad time to hit the wrecked truck.
Well, Wayne Spence clearing cartwheel was just an example of the thunder found down here in Naples, Florida.